Cargo washed up from a shipwreck. Today, the golden sands of Devon have been a gold mine. Makeup, motorbikes, and more besides, all there for the taking. But less welcome by everyone is the fuel oil from the stricken Napoli, still threatening the coastline and its bird life. More on that in a moment, but first, Helen Callahan is on Branscombe Beach tonight. Helen.
That's right, under the cover of darkness, there are still hundreds of people all the way down this shoreline, hoping to catch a few of the spoils from the Napoli. And the police are here just because there are so many people still out under the cover of darkness. But there's nothing really that they can do to stop them. These people are allowed to recover the goods that they're not advised to, but they must, by law, declare them. There's bounty on the beach, and for the hundreds of people still searching the shoreline by torchlight tonight, it's a race against time to recover it. Devon's coastlines are awash with cargo from the MSC Napoli, and just as their forebears would have done centuries ago, whole families have come up with ingenious ways to grab a piece of loot. Car parts, toys, perfume, booze, nappies, even motorbikes among the surreal flotsam scattered along Branscombe Beach throughout the day. What have you got there?
Loads of different makeup. Lancôme, L'Oreal, the new L'Oreal for men, Vitalist.
Loads of cosmetics?
Yeah, yeah.
And you've got dog food over there?
Yes, plenty of dog food.
But it's just chance that these containers are not the ones with toxic chemicals inside. People don't seem to care about the dangers. There's almost a carnival atmosphere on the beach because everything's washed up from nappies to barrels to trainers, even new car parts. And although people are allowed, though not advised, to recover the goods, legally they must declare what they've got. Failing to report this material to the receiver of wreck and therefore letting the owner know would actually potentially involve a criminal offence, £2,500 fine, and loss of salvage awards as well. So it's quite a serious offence.
Hi, how do you got that? It's nice that some batteries and some dog food.
Most are happy to fill in the declaration form, knowing that it's unlikely it'll ever be followed up.
You do know that it's not yours, it doesn't belong to you.
I know.
It's all free though, isn't it? I haven't robbed it or anything or stolen it, it's just washed up on the shore, hasn't it?
More than 60 containers have now been recovered. Out at sea, there's more cargo to come. But by the time these barrels arrive on tomorrow's tide, Branscombe Beach Party will be over. The owners have organised a security cordon to protect their goods. But judging from tonight's call, that may be a little late. Helen Callahan, ITV News, Devon.
On land, that beach is now looking more and more like a rubbish tip. At sea, oil is leaking and the ship is listing. But it's only from the air that the scale of the problems can really be understood. Our reporter Keir Simmons has flown over the area.
Along Devon's striking coastline, a stricken ship. It's only from the air that you get a complete picture of what is happening here. As we head towards the Napoli, we fly over her spilled cargo. I can see the Napoli lying on her side in the distance, but beneath us I count 45 separate containers strewn across the beach with people plundering them as we watch. We head closer to the ship herself and much closer to understanding just how crippled she is. The Napoli was en route to Portugal when it was beached off the Devon coast. The ship is listing at an angle of 30 degrees, which has caused some containers to fall off. It's carrying 158 potentially hazardous containers, all of which are stored deep in its hull. But it's the oil that's causing the most concern. So far, around 200 tons have leaked from splits close to the engine room. Waves are causing the ship to rock and the oil to leak out. Well, we're now hovering just above the water, about 3 miles from the Napoli, and from here it's possible to see just how big the oil slick pouring out of her is. It is twisting its way towards us. Most worrying, amongst the polluted water, we see seabirds scavenging for food. There are 300 endangered animals and plants in this area, a beautiful coast that stretches out behind us as we leave. In places, the geology here is 180 million years old. In just 4 days, a container ship has sullied it and threatened its inhabitants.
Pierre Simmons reporting there from the air. Now, they